Hey, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. For today's video, I have some 2024 Valentine's Day DIY. So if you want to see what I made, then stick around. So for the first DIY, I wanted to make this really cute Valentine's Day banner idea I came out with. I'm going to spell out the word love. Now, the first two banners that I placed over top, you will be skipping those first two. So it's the first one and the last banner you will skip. And then the four in the middle, because there's six of these, I will be spelling out the word love. So you see how I did the first. So you see what I did to the first letter. Only thing I did was I took my Cricut machine, I cut out the word letters love. And then I'm going to take some white chalk paint, Waverly white chalk paint. I'm just going to go ahead and dab around my letters. And I did this on each letter. I just took the little circular or round circle sponge brushes, and I just dabbed around my letter. And I did that to all my letters. I like the look it gives. And I just used some white chalk paint. And when you are dabbing on the letters, you want to wipe a little bit because you don't want it to look so, the edges to look so, I don't know, circle because of the shape of the brush, if that makes sense. And that's all I did to each one of my letters. So on the first banner and the last banner, I'm going to be placing a heart. Now, my idea for my heart was to just dab like the middle of the heart, but I didn't like the way it looked. So I added my little stencil I created back on to the heart, and then I went around it like I did the rest of my letters, and you'll see the difference. Because you can see what it looks like right here. And I am using the crimson, if I'm not messing that word up, chalk paint from by Waverly. Let's just say red, because I think this is the only red chalk paint that they have. I could be wrong. But that's the color I'm using. And if you see what I did, you see how I went back and I just dabbed around the heart, and it turned out so much cuter. So then I'm gonna go ahead and add some ribbon from the Dollar Tree. All three of these ribbons are from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna cut it to be any length I want. You can cut it shorter, you can cut it longer. I wanted to give it this really cute, like, I guess, whimsical little look to this banner. And I'm just gonna tie all three different types of ribbon in the middle of each letters, and I did the hearts too. So in the middle of the hearts, you'll see what I'm saying. You'll see how this turned out really cute. So then I get this little blank sign from the Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna do PS I love you. These are really cute little blank pieces of wood from the Dollar Tree, and I wanted to do something with it. Now, if you see my I love you, it gets bigger because I didn't like the size of it, so I went and I remade it on my Cricut and just made it bigger. So you know I like to sand. If you watch my videos, you know I like to sand my lettering. So, but you got to be careful when you sand it. And I like the way it looks. I just sand, I distressed all around the piece of wood. But I do fix my U. Don't worry about it. I do fix it. And I also added some Mod Podge onto the sign so the lettering wouldn't come up. And I took these two cute little Dollar Tree hearts and just took my hot glue gun and glued the hearts down. Simple and easy and cute. Next, I need to get rid of these Dollar Tree houses. I had them forever. So this short little chubby one, I'm going to take and place some vinyl. So I did this little door, and you want to see where I'm going at with this little house. This idea came from Pinterest. This is not my idea. It came from Pinterest, and I seen it and I thought it was too cute and I wanted to make it. So once I place them down, I'm using these as like stencils. I'm going to take some white chalk paint and I'm going to go ahead and just paint over top of the vinyl with some white chalk paint. And I did, like, you can say 2 coats. And then I'm going to take my little tweezers and just pull that right on it. Next, I have this pack of hearts from the Dollar Tree. And I'm not a glitter person, but I thought this red glitter one was closest to the houses that I seen on Pinterest. And I thought it was cute too. So I went ahead and added this with just some hot glue. So then I had this taller house and I went ahead and used that same red chalk paint. And I was thinking like, okay, these would be cute sitting side by side on the shelf. But then I decided to go ahead and just glue these together, you'll see. So I went ahead and did 1 coat of red chalk paint on this house, just on the front. Then I took this scrap piece of wood and I took some of that pink ballet slipper. It's called ballet slipper, but it's pink. It's a light pink. And I painted the top of this little scrap piece of wood that I cut down. Just the top part. You can hardly see it, but I used some pink chalk paint to paint the top of it. And then I'm just going to add the words Love Shack on over top of the little piece of wood. Then I go ahead and figure out how I wanted these to be glued. And I just used some wood glue and hot glue. And you want to let this dry for a minute or two before you go and mess with it. Don't be like me. And that was it. And you see where I went at with this. Really cute. Really cute. So for this next DIY, I'm taking 2 of the Dollar Tree hearts. These 2 flat sticks are actually like a wooden stake that you can get from like Michael's. I'll show you in another part of this video. And then these ones I'm sanding will be the base. They're thicker. They're flat, but they're thicker. So I'm gonna take I want to make some standing hearts if I didn't say that. So I'm gonna take the flat ones, the flat long ones. One is 7 inches and the other one is 6 inches. And I'm going to use some hot glue and some wood glue just to glue these to the back of my hearts. Once I glue these down, I did use my electric or corded, I don't know what you would call it, staple gun. No, nail gun. My nail gun. And I added some nails in the back. You'll see at the end when I show you it all completed. You'll see that I used my nail gun. So I'm just using hot glue. You can use wood glue and hot glue and let yours dry. But I'm going to go ahead and add a nail through the bottom. So I'm just using hot glue just to hold it in place. So what I did was I took just a drill bit close to the size of the nail that I wanted to use. And I created a pilot hole I think that's what they call it, into my wood. So when I take my screw and drill it in, it will go in easier. And what I did is I just picked a bit that was closest to the size of my screw. And here I am just showing you my drill, just demonstrating stuff like I wasn't going to talk. But yes, you want to use a flat screw too. You know, you got some screws that's round at the end and you got ones that's flat. I use this flat one. You see how it's smoother? It goes into the wood easy. And this is how they turned out. They can stand up. You see how I use my staple gun in the back. And I'm going to go ahead and paint both of these with some white chalk paint. Then I distressed both of these. Once I distressed them, I took some wood stain and rubbed it on the parts that I distressed. And then I sanded it down. And then I went back over it with some white paint just to give it more of a naturally distressed look. That's what I did. Right here, I'm showing you two types of sticks you can use. The first one was from Michael's, is a stake. And then this is a paint mixing stick. The paint mixing stick you can get for like $1 and get a bunch of them. The wooden stake was $1.99 from Michael's, I believe. It's just different type of sticks you can use if you don't have any wood. Because I know for sure you can get them from Michael's, and for sure you can get them from some paint mixing stick from the hardware store. And like I said, if you see what I did, I went back over it once I added the stain just to give it more of a naturally distressed look. I thought that looked better. I went back over it with some white chalk paint in certain spots, and then I sanded it. So it's to your liking when you do stuff like that. So next I had this blank sign from the Dollar Tree. And I took some of my gel stain because I need to get some wood stain, and I went around just the edges of the sign. And then I did the same to this love sign. Well, letter. They come two in the pack from the Dollar Tree. In the love's word, you can get them become love, family, and something else. You can actually get them from out of the crafted square section. You don't have to get them from it's not just for Valentine's Day. Then I'm gonna take some of these like random hearts that I got from the Dollar Tree and just see where I wanted them placed, and I'm gonna go ahead and just glue them down. Then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and just add some beads to that string that came onto the sign, made onto the sign. And that's it. So that was it for these DIYs. Make sure to let me know down below which DIY was your favorite. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And that's it. Until my next video. Bye.